when he has a deep knowledge of gaming and he has built a community within this niche environment, yeah, you have to foster that person versus fostering the company, versus sending out an email to everybody and saying, hey, this is what we all need to do, when these aren't the strengths of the individuals that you called to action to work for you.
So in other words, the real bridge between the corporations and the people is the employees.
What I believe any company should determine what success is based on the guest experience. That's what success should be based off of. Success should not be, I walk in the store, I get a membership, I get a warranty, I get a pre-order. That is excellent service. No. While behaviors lead to those things that want them to be committed to our services, the experience should be based off of, I had a fantastic time, I had a good interaction with someone, I was able to relate with someone with things that I like, I'm going to leave a survey. I met Xavier Wood, and we were able to relate and have a conversation about stuff that we had similar interests in. And it wasn't about him just, okay, let me sign and get out the way. It wasn't about that. It's about the experience. But in some places, the experience is, did you get this? Did you get this? Did you buy that? No one will ever say, I had a great time because I got a membership. They will say, I had a great time because I had an interaction with someone that made me feel welcome. We had a conversation and it was cool to be in there. Yes. That's what it should be about. But success is determined by measurable things that I don't believe should be measurable to determine success.
But that's in a capitalist society, money would be considered that measure of success.
Well,
regardless of how you
not everybody.
No, I'm not saying it's everybody, but I'm just saying regardless for face value.
Well, I won't say face. I can't say face value because a lot of companies still look at Google reviews. A lot of companies still look at feedback. A lot of companies still look at what the customer, the guest is saying. No one's going to be like, oh, you got 2 warranties, bad day. But I got 50 great guest experience, but we're not going to highlight that.
But hold on, but once you have the credibility like a GameStop, you know people are going to buy from that company no matter what, right? So by the end of the day, the measure of success in a capitalist society is the money. I'm not saying it's right. Because
at the end of the day, all of it at some point got to translate into revenue. That's the end. Companies put it at the beginning.
That's the problem.
Real quick, so I appreciate everything they saying and I respect it, but I'm gonna speak on this on my own. So we had a particular type of leadership, and the type of leadership understood what we were trying to get accomplished, and they were tolerant of the behavior and the patience as well as the approach to solving problems of metrics. Right? Mm-hmm. A new type of leadership came in. The new leadership came in, and the whole focus became metrics. And I said this to, it was a newly appointed director. I ain't gonna say his name. The whole thing, like I told him, I said, if the only thing we gonna celebrate is the metric, the people in the store gonna start acting like the only customer is the metric. So when I said that, he got quiet. It was an executive above him. He got quiet, and it was 2 district managers. They got quiet.
When I got hired back for the 3rd time, and I got in there, my number one job, was to sell. It was nothing else. It wasn't about tasking, productivity, how my employees felt. It was none of that. My job when I came in there was to sell. I did that. So you know what GameStop did after that? They changed the matrix. So now it ain't about sales anymore. Now we're going into, now we got to do this. Now we got to sell this. Now we got to do this. So now you're moving the goalposts. Is what you're doing. So what Justice said was correct, what he said was correct, and what Backbody said was correct. So what they keep doing was we'll hit the goalpost, we'll kick the field goal and it's good. Oh no, we're gonna push it back 20 more feet. Now you gotta do the circle of life. Or now you gotta do what was the four things we had to hit? The scorecard. Then we had to hit that. It just became to the point, it just got real repetitive and that was demoralizing for.
I have one more question because I know I'm taking up your time. So in general, as all of you guys being leaders, do you believe that GameStop, you're saying that they're moving the goalposts all the time. Do you believe that it's in their heads, regardless if what you're saying is right and they know it's right, do you believe they're moving the goalposts because they do not want you guys to have as much control as much as you think you do? Do you think it's a way for them to hold on to that control, or do you think they're just being stubborn?
It's a way for the company like they're making money.
Exactly. I was gonna say they
change up everything to make because my store was the number one store in sales in 2023 to the point I had people hating on me. I told you the gloves are coming up now. I don't give a damn at this point. They was mad, and he got phone calls about me because they like, how dude come in, he could do X, Y, and Z. How dude come in, he could do this and do that because I did my job like I was told. I was told to sell, and that's what I did. Mm-hmm. So don't be mad at me because I did my job and you not doing yours because you kissing butt.
I ain't got no milk, no cookies, nothing.
They only move the goalposts because corporations is profit driven. So the reason, there in the corporate boardroom, the reasoning behind adding these metrics, behind adding these different things is because we believe, from a corporate standpoint, that if as a company we do these things, we'll be more profitable. And through all of these years and all of these different changes and switches, and I do not see this big boost of profitability that has come from these actions. And the reason is because GameStop is people-based. Like he said, hire these kinds of people. And then I said, train these types of people. And then he goes and you reimburse as a company and develop and put more into your people. And that will translate into your guests as well as the bottom line. The problem with GameStop is that they're moving these goalposts. They're coming in with sales this, sales that. Nobody's being trained on how to get to that goal line.
But here's the thing, back to what he was saying, it's about the bottom line. Well, you said that actually.
Yeah,
it's about the bottom line. So everything that you suggest that they should do costs.
Yes, it's an investment.
Exactly. That money can go into other things. So they don't want to invest it. I'm not speaking for them. Yeah. But from a corporation standpoint, especially being in America for as long as I have, they're trying to do as much with very little.
Yeah, you go.
You get what I'm saying?
We know.
And it's kind of
that's why we don't work there anymore.
And I'm one of the few people I can say, I'm one of the few people.
We know.
I'm one of the few people on this panel that can say I came from the dirt. Meaning when I started at GameStop, I started as a seasonal, working 1 day a week and working all the way up to the SM position. It's not a lot of people who say they did that. And one of my bosses is actually talking behind the scenes as well. Nobody said they can do that. And I was trained to come from the dirt and come up. And it got to the point where one time, I spent more time at GameStop than I did at home. That's how fun it used to be.
Yeah.
I spent more time at GameStop. I'll come up against on my days off. They kick it so literally from open to close. It wasn't just GameStop. It was Game Crazy era. Yep. And you know about that back body when we'd kick it all day long in Game Crazy, just all day long, you kick it. You don't have... These
it's still there, but
it ain't there because these new generation of kids are soft as Charmin tissue. The blue label, they whack. Yeah. Everybody bringing in now is whack. They don't hire nobody. They don't scout anymore. We used to go out. Me and Judge go out all the time and do hiring fairs to scout people, bro. We had people come in. You see people come in, bro, with gym shoes, Crocs on, never look professional. They don't even know what a damn resume is anymore, bro. They're not hiring the right people for this company. You got people that's just there to clerk. If you want to clerk, take your ass to Walmart.
Come on, get out of here.
Yep.
You want to clerk.
We got
I told you it's gonna get to a point when I'm gonna get amped up a little bit, bro, because that's how passionate I was about to come. When I came to work and I was serious about what I did when I came to work.
Goddamn my ass kisses.
At one time, we were all like that. You know what I'm saying? When he got, when he was getting promoted, he was on presidential list, stuff like that. But we was proud of this brother. This brother was one of the few that made it to that next level. You know what I'm saying? To a point, and he was doing everything. He had people hating on him. We didn't even care, bro.
Ain't nobody hating on me.
Yes, they was.
Yes, they was.
He was.
No, they wasn't.
Yes, they was, bro. And I'm now dead ass serious. Yes, they was.
Hold on.
Hold on. We don't go into no names.
They got us.
And I wasn't even that long, and I know they were.
Bro,
I didn't even work there, and I know you.
Yeah, man.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God! Stop lying.
Well, there's a difference between hating and being envious.
Boy,
That's the
No,
same
No, it's not. No, it isn't.
Being envious is internal. Hating is letting it out. They was letting out the envy. That's how we know they was hating.
No. You know what your haters was more envy than hate.
No. You know what your haters, bro? because you was doing your damn job.
Exactly.
That's why you had haters, bro. You was mad because why he get that position. He got a position because bro bust his ass.
Yes.
That's why he got the position. Bro bust his ass.
But see, that's what I'm just saying. There's a difference between hate and envy.
That's not envy. That's hate.
That's hate.
No, I have not received any external hate from someone. I believe people were envious.
All right, bro. Now I'm finna
But
So it didn't make it back to you.
Huh?
So you saying the hate didn't make it back to you?
No, but that's what people were envious.
We're letting you know. We letting you know that the hate was out in the world.
Flowing straight from the survival scroll.
Shit,
You
bro.
just wasn't receiving
That's
it.
right.